A new beginning.
Lassiter Factor.
You should have gone for the head. Hey, I had the Michael Jackson glove in the Michael Jackson review, so I bought the Infinity Gauntlet out for this review. It's a little rubber glove one, but I just saw this in a store one time. I'm like, I want that, so. What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This your boy, Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and I am back with a monthly deep dive of Spider-Man in cinema leading up to Spider-Man Brand New Day, which comes out in July. And this month, I rewatch another movie that features Spider-Man, but not a Spider-Man movie, but it is part of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies in the next chapter. So yeah, Avengers Infinity War. Let's talk about it. So Avengers Infinity War is the third Avengers film in which it is the culmination, well, part one of the culmination of the Infinity Saga, which Thanos, he is ready to collect all the Infinity Stones. He's got the gauntlet, and all our heroes are divided due to the events of Civil War, but they all go on their own separate journeys trying to collect the stones and keep them away from Thanos before he collects them all, but we all know the ending. Now, right off the bat, let me just say I absolutely love this movie. I remember the hype before it and the impact it had afterwards. This is my third favorite MCU movie, but it is my favorite Avengers film. I love this movie for the same reason I love The Empire Strikes Back. I love a sequel where we see the heroes fail because it makes their eventual victory in the next movie that much cathartic. And I just loved how well paced this movie is. And I do remember a common complaint I've heard about this movie is that it's not accessible to people who haven't seen the other movies. To that I say, duh, that's kind of the point of this movie. You had all this time to catch up with all these characters doing all the other movies leading up to this point, so that when you get to this movie, you are just it. You're just in it. You better get on this train or it is going to leave you. But what I also love about this movie is we really got to see all these different characters interact with each other, though some of them are missing, particularly Hawkeye and Ant-Man, but it was just cool watching all these characters that haven't interacted with each other interact with each other, like Thor and the Guardians, Tony Stark and Doctor Strange. We got to see some of the Avengers reunite with each other after the events of Civil War. This movie definitely did not pull no punches because Thanos, he sacrificed Gamora to get the Soul Stone. Vision, he got killed so that Thanos can get the Mind Stone. And then, of course, we all got the mini deaths from the snap, but more on that in a little bit. And even all the action sequence from everything on Titan with Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and some of the Guardians to the Battle of Wakanda, to them trying to save Wanda and Vision when they're in the, I forgot where they were, but you know what I'm talking about. And there were so many funny moments within this film that, in my opinion, don't even overtake the movie. But of course, the real MVP of this movie is Thanos, because up until this point, the villains have been hit or miss, but they came correct with Thanos. They presented his argument as to why he wants to wipe away half of humanity so that he can reserve resources, and just the way they presented this argument and the way they illustrated Thanos in this movie, he really is a bad motherfucker with a god complex. And just from the beginning, when he was whooping the Hulk's ass, that's how you know Thanos ain't nothing to fuck with. And Josh Brolin also did an excellent job portraying this character. As for Spider-Man in the movie, as far as his inclusion goes, because this is the reason why I'm rewatching these movies, I'd say he had a pretty substantial role, and he was definitely helpful doing all the action and stuff in this movie. But of course, he had the most heartbreaking death in this movie, which is when he got dusted. He was like, I don't feel so good. Mr. Stark, I don't want to go home. So I guess this is an excellent transition into the ending where Thanos won. He snapped away half of all universe, and we got to see all the dusted Avengers from T'Challa, in which, well, one that kind of hits a little different now, all things considered. But also, when he got dusted, that's how me and a lot of people knew, like, okay, so this isn't permanent, because the Black Panther movie, which was released a few months before Infinity War, made so much money and was well received by critics and audience. You telling me they're just going to kill off the star? No, that would be commercial suicide. Peter Quill, the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, though he kind of deserved it because he was the one that fucked it up for everybody. I don't care if Doctor Strange saw this as the one reality that they would win. But that entire ending where people got dusted away and the movie ends where Thanos sitting on a porch on a farm and he's just sitting there all content, like he accomplished his mission. He had a mission and he did it, and he's done, and now he's just fucks off away to a farm on a random planet. And then that's when the movie cuts to black and the credits roll. I just remember sitting there like, the fuck? Infinity War is my favorite Avengers film for many reasons, and is my top 3 MCU movies for many reasons. I just love it for how it made me how it made me feel while I was watching, and how it made me feel after watching, and just the way it had me waiting for the next movie afterwards. Like I said, movies like this are the reason The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars film. I just love the journey it took me on. It ended on a dark note and left me with a lot of questions and wondering how they're going to resolve everything in the last film. Granted, we do now, but it still doesn't change the fact that going back to this movie, I just... Avengers Infinity War abso-fucking-lutely gets the hands up emoji because it is a masterpiece. Thank y'all so much for watching. You've probably seen Avengers Infinity War. I'm not even going to ask, so I'm just going to ask, what's your favorite moment from Infinity War? Let me know in the comment section below. This your boy Thankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, and until next time, snap!